Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob Deming. I'm a part of the Marvel Rejects group, and our project is Combinr. Combinr is a social media aggregation site that basically takes all of the sites that you have as social media and combines them all into one easy to navigate page so that you can actually post, tweet, favorite, and follow all of your feeds from one page. We had the idea because we just kind of were sick of the of having multiple tabs open at the same time for social media feeds, and we're wondering why no one had really made a easy to navigate and easily understandable site like this before. In order to go over a bit of the way in which it was coded before we start showing you how it works, here's Alan.
Hi, so I'm going to go over some of the code, and then I'll give the mic to Steven to talk about some of the problems and to Jacob to demonstrate it.
You can have it open.
It's not exactly up to date, so I think this might be better.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This is a really responsive mouse, wow. Okay. Down here. Alright, so the first thing that just ensures that the Twitter and Tumblr feeds are hidden when you start off. OAuth.initialize is to initialize the OAuth library that we're using. This here is a remnant of crap.
I would just go with the...
Yeah, where is it?
Right over here. Let's go. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
So this here is a remnant of the first iteration of this project where we had not known about the OAuth library, so we went through a lot of trouble trying to create headers to request the keys that we needed and exchange them and handle all that code ourselves, which Steven will talk about. Here is just a function that gets the list of tweets or Tumblr posts. So if the URL is a Twitter URL, it will request from Twitter. It will check that the text, if it has any links, that those are generated as anchor tags and not just as plain text. Then it creates divs for the pictures, the text, the profiles, and it does the same for Tumblr, but formats it so that it's appropriate to the Tumblr layout. This is a function that handles the authentication of the user and their accounts, so you have access to their timelines. And here we provide a functionality which lets you toggle between feeds. So you might want to have only your Tumblr or only your Twitter or whatever, so you can turn those on and off. And then you can also post from the website. There's a button and a space input field for you to put in anything you want to tweet or post to your Tumblr.
All right, so now I'm going to show off how this bad boy works. So I'm going to open up Tumblr first, and as you can see, it has decided not to authenticate. Why is it doing that? Any idea why it's doing that?
No.
One sec.
Check if it says
I don't know. Server responding with a finish.
Oh, try HTTPS instead of in front there.
Oh, okay. That would explain it. What is HTTPS? // There we go. Yeah, that might actually make a difference. There we go. So it's going to ask me to sign in. Here, can you hold this?
Yep.
Then I give it my password. if I can remember my password. I don't use Tumblr very often.
You will now with the new site.
Yeah, there we go.
It's going to be so convenient.
Mine would be inappropriate to share.
As you can see, it's now populated the main content div with all of the most recent posts that would appear on my feed. And what's even cooler about this is that all of these posts you can actually click on, and it will bring up a modal so that you can kind of focus in on one at a time. So that, like, even if it updates, you can still focus in on something. I'm now going to show you the Twitter feed. Hold this again. This is for a character that I have, so I'm not actually a lady. Just to let you know, it's the most popular one that we have. So.
You have character Twitters?
I have character Twitters, yes. Yes, it's less weird. Yes, exactly. So as you can see here, like, it has also now populated the feed with all the most recent Twitter posts. In order to grab more recent posts in case something has just popped up, you actually just scroll up to the top of the page, and as you can see, it will kind of like shoot back down. No one's posted in the last 10 seconds, so I'm going to send out a test tweet. And then wait a little bit so that the Twitter API can kind of pick it up. Scroll up. Takes it a little bit. Takes it a little longer than I would like it to. Making sure that it's not run out. Okay. Has it? Good. No, it has it. There we go. And as you can see, it has now actually updated the feed with the newest tweet. So people can actually go in and like add tweets, remove tweets. You can do the same thing with Tumblr posts, and you can even favorite posts through our app. And now to talk about all the issues that we came across, here's Steven.
Let me show off this new thing that we put in
Oh.
before we came up here. So for Tumblr, you can kind of search for a GIF right in here. And you can browse through them, find something appropriate for your post, and if you click on it, it adds it to your post. Okay, go ahead, Sam.
Hello. Okay, so for starters, I'm going to just talk about the refresh here because it's kind of cool. It was a big problem. I was trying to get the feed to refresh, and we originally were doing it based on a set interval. It was like every 45 seconds. But the problem was if you're, say, here, reading this post here, when it refreshed, it would push it down to the top, and you keep losing your place. So I had a lot of trouble trying to figure out different ways to get that to stop. And I was working with things like when the new divs come in, if you get the height of them, and then try to compensate by going the opposite way with the scroll. But nothing was really working, so I then thought of more of the mobile way, where, you know, if you're on Facebook on your phone, you swipe it and it refreshes. So I did it by basically making, is the code here?
Yeah.
I don't want to run out of time. Let's see, where is it?
It's right.
Yeah, okay. So basically here, so what I did was wrapped around the authentication process when it pulls in the new tweets or Tumblr stuff. I made this little conditional where only if the scroll top is at 0, meaning it's at the absolute top, will it allow it to refresh, and it automatically sets itself to, in this case, 95 pixels below the top. So you have to manually push it up to get it to bring in the new content. So that worked out pretty well. I was originally in charge of the Twitter API, and it seemed from my searching online that the best way to do it was with PHP, which I had never used before. And so it was a big mess, and it was kind of unpractical. And then Alan destroyed that whole thing and just crushed it with the OAuth, so now it works really well.
The end.
It's technically speaking, you guys did a lot. It's like not necessarily visible, but just being able to do the OAuth stuff for two different difficult APIs to deal with, and then also basically build a skin where you're tweeting through your app. That's not insignificant.
We originally did the OAuth by hand in JavaScript, completely on the client side, and then I was quite happy with it because, like, cool, I was a hero, but client side OAuth is not a good idea apparently, so we dumped that all together. Yeah.